New glasses!
I had to get bifocals. You're looking at negative 50 degrees.
You notice she can talk, they don't bother her. I start talking.
We had to travel, venture out today in the cold weather because
New glasses!
Zane got new glasses. I got my contacts back finally.
You get yours in a week.
I get mine in a week. Yeah, I had to wait.
Special lenses.
Yeah. Aren't I special? I had to have special lenses. No. Y'all, I'm getting older. I had to get bifocals, so I got progressive bifocals so they won't have the line. And then when I wear my contacts, I have to use cheaters. So I picked myself up. She told me to just go to like the dollar store and get them. And then she gave me, I needed a 150, I think is what she said. Yeah, 150. And so I picked up like 4 pairs. That way I have them because I can see far away in my contacts, but I cannot see close up. Anyway, I'm continuing this vlog from the other day, or from yesterday, because this polar vortex that's going through, we're looking at negative 50 degrees tomorrow with the wind chill. So everything is shutting down. Matt and Braxen are going to run up to the store tonight and get a few extra things to make sure that we have them.
Oh, hello.
Hi, honey. Oh, don't shut your brother in the door.
My bad.
Anyway, we are going to keep our fire going. Probably for the next couple of days, we will have the fire going in the house because it's going to be real cold. You even have something blowing out here and it's cold. You know what? I'm going to turn this heat up for a little bit to try to warm it up. We also have baseboard heat, which, oh, you have it all the way up?
Yep.
And it's this chilly in here?
Yep.
Ooh, we better get that fire going. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so our fireplace room is cold right now, but we have a masonry fireplace, so if it's not going, it's letting cool air in if it's not capped. So, yeah, we're gonna get it going. All right, we have another blazing fire going. So pretty, look at that. So pretty. A lot warmer in this room already too. Since I was talking about everybody getting new glasses, and Teal, have to share hers with you. They're really cute. She got 2 new pairs, so did Zane. Mine will be here in a week, like we said. I thought I would share the cheaters that I picked up for myself. I picked up like 4 pairs because, you know, I want to be able to put some in my purse or keep one in my desk, whatever, or just match them to whatever I'm wearing. So I got these ones. I love the color on them. And that's these ones. So they're more of a green. I don't know how they look with like my blue shirt and stuff tonight, but that's that style. And then I got a pair of just like basic black ones. I think they're black. Are they black? Yeah, these ones are black. So I got a pair of basic black. I kind of like those ones, the darker frame color. I tried on some clear frames and some like really light pink ones today. Those are not my color, I'm just telling you. And I tried a pair of gold ones on too. Matt was like, oh, I really like those gold ones. And I went to put them on. No. Oh, no thanks, I'll pass. But
go check these out. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Miniatures. Peanut butter pie flavor. Miniature cups. Oh, I also got to tell you, if you guys are into the Madden games, Madden 26 is on sale right now. So you guys better go get it while it's on sale.
All right.
Great game. Not sponsored.
Will you shut that for me?
Yes. Love you.
Love you too.
I love you.
So then I got these ones. They're like a kind of like a tortoise shell color. They're more browns, tans. So that's those ones. And then I got these blue ones. Now Braxen, I tried these on and Braxen's like, Mom, those are my favorite. So yeah, so I got a pair of blue ones. So I have some neutral colors and then I've got like one fun, kind of fun colored pair. When I get my new glasses, I will show you. They're really, really pretty. They are also black, but then they're black, but they're clear down here. So those ones looked good, just full clear, not so much. Good morning. So I wanted to update you on the weather. Alexa, what is the temperature today?
It's minus 15 degrees right now with a feels like of minus 26 degrees. Today's high will be minus 7 and the low minus 13. There's an extreme cold warning until noon with wind chills as low as 40 below zero that could cause frostbite in just 10 minutes. Please dress in layers with a hat, face mask, and gloves if you need to go outside.
Well, there you have it. Welcome to the Midwest. It is so cold. We have a fire going continuously. We've had it going since last night. Actually, we've had it going for probably 4 days now, just trying to keep up with 3 to 4 days, trying to keep our fireplace room heated because it's connected to the house. So even though we have exterior doors on, it's still, it's still putting that cold right outside those doors. So, yeah, that's what's going on here in Lovejar Vlogland. Yeah, we've got the fire going right here. Big chunk of wood on it. I think I'm gonna add a fire start underneath it though, just to kind of get that big piece going and get the fire kind of pumping this morning. I have to show you what's going on. I am in my bed with my heated blanket going. Braxen got me this for Christmas last year. And doing my schoolwork. I have to read a chapter, the first chapter in this book for my children's literature class that I'm taking this semester. So, and I'm not very far. I have to say this chapter has been kind of a dry read. I don't know how this is going to be. This might be better. And like this one wasn't too bad. The thing is it has a lot of like this book does this and this book does this in it. And so it's kind of a slow read. So it had like these charts in here that tell you like the different age groups and what different types of stories do, and then some suggested reads. I was pleasantly surprised to find books that I use in my homeschool with my kids mentioned on here that are good for like learning. And then there were some books I'd never heard of before on here, which I found kind of neat. So anyway, that is what I am in the process of working on right now and staying toasty with my heated blanket turned on and then my other blanket over it. So nice. Look, isn't that pretty? Have you seen the picture I have in my bedroom? I don't know. It's a Gustav Klimt. So we studied Gustav Klimt in our homeschool last year. I think it was last year. No, it was the year before. We studied Art Nouveau. We did a big deep dive into it, and Gustav Klimt was one of the artists that we studied as part of the Art Nouveau a deep dive, I guess I'm going to say. That's not the word I was looking for, but anyway. So yeah, how do you stay warm in really cold weather? And I mean, have you ever been in like Arctic temperatures before, or is that something you're not familiar with? And if you have been, how do you stay warm? So yeah, that's what we're trying to do right now. Just keep ourselves warm. I was going to help my mom move this weekend. Thankfully, she does not have to be moved till the following weekend because these negative temperatures are supposed to continue into tomorrow. I'm going to try to get over there the next day and see if I can help her get some packing done, potentially some moving of boxes and things like that. But she definitely needs some help finishing up her packing. But we all have plans to go the following weekend and just as a big group work Friday and Saturday. Friday is also Aspen's birthday. So I'll just kind of bring you along on that whole process, I think, of what's going on. But anyway, yeah. That's how we're staying warm in this polar vortex. And yeah, I just want you to know what's going on and just how cold it actually is in the Lovejar Vlogs household. Matt hates to be hot. He does not even really enjoy my heated blanket at all.
No.
Like, he gives me a hard time about it.
I hate it.
When I have it on in bed. But he is currently, it's so cold outside, he is currently working on our Love Jar Vlogs page because he decided to take over our Facebook page. So if you do not follow us there, you should, because
It's gonna get crazy.
he's much better at it than I am. And he's like, oh, I can post on there.
Yeah.
He's like,
I just realized that.
I can make videos and add music to stuff. And so now he's got like the Meta Suite all set up in his phone, and he's working on our Love Jar Vlogs
There's even a
Facebook page.
poll on there for the first time ever.
Yeah, so if you don't follow us there, Matt's going to run that completely. So we have no idea
on
what
over.
antics are going to happen, but
Yeah,
with him it could be anything. But he is currently laying in bed with me, working on that, sitting on top of my heated blanket, which is turned on underneath my other fuzzy blanket.
Yeah.
So you know,
My toes
you know
were
it's cold.
Because honestly, my office area gets the chilliest. That's why there's a fireplace out there. Because it's actually separated from the house. Monk, be quiet. It's actually separated from the house. No.
He's you.
Anyways, before I got interrupted by the feathered freak over there, it's separated, so it's got a different style of heat. Instead of HVAC, it's got baseboard heat. And then it's got a lot of rock and things like that, as you've probably seen. So it just is colder.
Yeah. And in this temperature, we have the baseboard heat cranked up. We have another heater running and the fireplace. And it's still cool out there. It's not cold, but it's cooler out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's not cold. It's in the 60s out there. You notice she can talk, they don't bother. I start talking. Squawk, squawk. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Now he's quiet.
Yeah, you better be quiet. Do you know who bought all those new toys for you?
He went on an ordering spree for the birds and got them all kinds of stuff.
I
And
even
they're-
forgot to order my new socks. Yeah. I'm done with them.
All right, I'm going to go
Back
back
to
to doing
Facebook.
school. I wanted to add this too. If you noticed, we put a poll up. Matt put a poll up for everybody. And we voted. So our vote actually would have been 3 different ways. It would
Yeah.
have been the hot chili.
It might have been 4 ways, actually. It might have been all 4. No, I don't think chicken
No.
noodle soup.
It would have been the bowl of hot chili
Yep.
for myself and Matt and the kids, like Aspen and Braxen.
Yep.
But then we had movie and chocolate, hot chocolate.
Good movie and hot chocolate, which I'd never turn that down either.
Yeah, everybody in the family would say yes. So that's why we voted that, because there wouldn't be one person in the family who wouldn't like it. But I actually would like the heated blanket and the good book, and probably a couple of the kids would opt
Yeah.
for that.
I don't
as well.
think the chicken noodle soup would go.
No.
But Braxen, out of all those, Braxen would probably pick the bowl of chili.
Oh yeah.
Skylur picked the bowl of chili.
Yeah. So if you saw, we only voted the one thing. That was because, as a family consensus, that would be the one that nobody would be like, "Ew, I don't want that." But the bowl of chili, you'd hear a couple of people in the house say, "Ew, I don't want that."
Yeah.
And the good book and the heated blanket, there'd be a few people that would say, "Ew,
It's
heated
really,
blanket."
it's really funny, though, as I'm watching some, that not that there's a lot of people on there yet, but as I come in, it's like 3 different answers out of 4. The only one that has no answer is chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup is out of it. But I bet you if I said you had a cold, that one would have more votes.
I bet you if you would have put like video gaming or something on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them would have picked that. Video gaming on a cold day. I don't think of that. Well, I take that back, because I remember as a kid, we would hear about snowstorm. We'd run down to the local video rental to rent a Nintendo.
Blockbuster?
No, Family Videos.
Oh yeah.
And we'd run to or Fagans, and we go to either one of those because we thought school would be canceled. So then we'd rent a Nintendo NES game and go home and play in hopes that, and we'd watch the TV and it would scroll across the bottom and you'd watch, and it was always alphabetical, so you had to wait for your letter of your school district to pop up, and then you'd find out, and then you'd run back up, play the game.
Yeah, it's like, tell you what time it is. I just got out of the shower, can you tell? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just now taking a shower. I've been up and doing things around the house, but that's the thing. I just got up, and it was so cold this morning that I was like, "Hi, Mr. Monk." Okay, hello. Hello. Anyway, it was so cold this morning that I was like, there's no way that I'm getting into the shower this early in the morning. I was thinking about putting in my contacts, but I'm not going to. Not this morning. Anyway, or this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Anyway, we have been working on keeping the fire going because it is still, I don't know if it'll tell me the wind chill on here.
I'm pretty sure it got patched really quick, but when he first came out, that was...
I don't know what they're really excited about, whatever they're talking about. I'll tell you something Matt's really excited about right now. He's very excited about the new He-Man movie coming out in June, so we'll be going to that. Anyway, let me see. Trying to find my weather app. Oh, I have so many apps in my phone anymore. I need to do something about it. I have them in folders even, but it's just like my brain's not registering them. Okay, so it is 1 degree outside. Anyway, so yeah, but it was much colder this morning. It was negative temperatures this morning, and I did not want to get in the shower. So I just did a bunch of housework and worked on putting out some videos today. So I hope that you are seeing we have more regular videos out again. We're trying to get back into the loop of what we used to do. I hope by the time you see this that you're noticing we're starting to have a little bit more regular content, not only here, but on our social media pages as well. So, and I think you'll see more on our TikTok. And I post pictures pretty regularly on Instagram. I don't really put any pictures on there per se. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to wear any earrings today. I don't really need them. I'm not going anywhere, but you know what? Sometimes it's just, oh, I know what I'll wear. I'll just wear little pearls today. Anyway, I generally just put pictures up on my Instagram, on our Love Jar Vlogs Instagram. But like we said, Matt's taking over the Facebook content, and then Tearlyn is working with me on TikTok because that's really her thing. She knows a lot about TikTok, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with TikTok. I really just have fun with it. I really just have fun with this too, you know. So, anyway, that's what I was doing today, is I was working on it. But you remember those socks I told you about? This is the pair I selected today. Look, aren't they cute? They're really like, I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but they're really sparkly. Oh, my towel's falling out of my hair. Anyway, so, don't worry, I'm going to pick that towel up. But right now, it's just going to sit on the floor for a minute. Yeah, that's the pair I picked out because I thought they were cute. They matched the sweatshirt I'm wearing today. All the cozy things. Gotta wear some cozy clothes in weather like this. So, it's exciting. Valentine's Day's coming up. We have a lot of stuff going on in February with our homeschool. So, it's not quite February yet, but it will be coming up on it, so I'm hoping, oh, I forgot maybe I can just put it on my hands. I usually put this on a cotton ball and then, but whatever. It'll work. It doesn't have to be specific, does it? I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know. Anyway, so we have a lot of stuff coming around on... hope I don't spill that. In February with our homeschool group, and I want to take you along with some of that. We're doing a heart dissection on the 13th for a science lab. So we're going to be studying the circulatory system, and I put a poll out to see how many of the families would want to do it, and I ended up having to order with 2 for my own kids, because Ireland and Aspen want to do it. Zane was like, no, thank you. But I actually ended up having to order a total of 14 hearts, so 12 hearts. And some of the kids are doubling up, so that tells you we had a really, really good response to this dissection lab. So we have been doing this theme. We're doing like 3 of them a year. Me and my partner Scarlett, who helps me, run our homeschool group here in town. And then I'm also part of running a teen Catholic homeschool group. So that one doesn't meet as often. It's kind of a little more sporadic, but we do meet every week generally, except for this week. We had to cancel because of the weather. It was so cold. I rented gym twice a month during December, January, and February for our group, and it was closed down because of how cold it was. You know, we were at -50. So anyway, but we are doing 3 segments of human body biology lab, basically, is what we're doing. And so we did the nervous system, and now we're going to do the circulatory system, and then we're going to do, in the spring, the digestive system. So some cool stuff I hope to bring you along on. If I don't get them over here, I will probably put some stuff over on our TikTok so you can see it there. But you should see some more of that kind of content coming out soon. And we opened our P.O. box, so you can check out the description box down below. I know some of you have asked us about a P.O. box, and we were just kind of waiting to see where we were gonna take it and open it up at. And so yeah, so you can if you are interested in our P.O. box, because I know, like I said, some people were, it is down below for you to find that address. So anyway, all right, we're just gonna keep staying warm, and it's supposed to it's supposed to start warming up. I know some of you were wondering also about our birds. They are fine, as you can tell. We did lose one of our parakeets. We had adopted, a couple of years ago, we adopted some older parakeets. Some lady had taken them into Petco and surrendered them over because she just couldn't keep them anymore. And the manager there asked me if I would like to adopt them. So I have 2 that I adopted, and then I adopted another one that was surrendered later on. So one of our oldest parakeets did pass about a week ago. So I put him in a recovery cage, and I was working with him, and he just, you know, he was older, so didn't work for him. So anyway, that is what is going on, and that's how this winter weather advisory polar vortex weekend has gone for us. And I'm going to get to doing some school now, so we will see you next time. Bye.